more for you, you feel it. You know it. This is your life, and it's time to go from contender to champion. This is the show. John Madsen.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm your host, John Madsen. This is the show. Thank you for your support. Super excited to be here. Whether you're listening to this in your car, on your way to work, in the gym, on a walk, sharing it with a friend, I appreciate your support. If you have any questions about mindset or fitness or how to take your life to the next level, hit me up on Instagram, send me a DM. I love reading from all of you who listen. I appreciate you. And if you want to be coached by me for free for the next 5 days, go to athleticafchallenge.com. You'll get meal plans, you'll get training programs, but more importantly, you're going to get the framework to actually go 10x. I don't do advertisements on the show. I really never want to. So I advertise for myself. The support of you guys going through that little free coaching program. I want to help as many people become champions as possible. So go there, put your email address in, put your name in. That's all you have to do. You'll get emails from me. You'll be notified on updates from this show, and you'll get 5 free days of coaching. So go take advantage of that. Today, I want to dive into coaching and fitness coaching in particular. And the reason why a lot of fitness coaches are stuck, and the reason why a few fitness coaches are really, really good at what they do. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to results. Because even if you're a great marketer, and even if you can sell as a coach, you'll get found out by your lack of results. And we live in a world where word gets around. So even if you can trick people based on persuasion, or you can trick them with seduction, and they want to buy your stuff, if it sucks, you'll get found out. And that's a good thing. Because in the fitness industry, it's very competitive. It's a competitive game with gyms popping up with chains like Orange Theory and F45 and Fit Body Bootcamp and a whole bunch of stuff. In the online world with diets and online coaches and programs, and there's so much for you to choose from as far as the consumer goes. What most people do, and why most fitness coaches struggle, is they play in a commoditized market. They're speaking to people who want to lose weight. Weight loss is a $1 billion industry. Diets, books, programs, gyms, a whole bunch of shit. And I'm here to tell you, weight loss isn't hard. If you're listening to this right now and you're like, damn, I need to lose 30 pounds. The only reason you haven't lost 30 pounds is you haven't made a fucking decision yet. Because the strategy is really irrelevant. You want to think it's a diet, you want to think your body doesn't do well on carbs, or your body does this, or your body does that, or your metabolism is fucked, or whatever you want to believe. And I'm here to tell you that 99% of those stories are complete bullshit. I have sympathy for you, and I'm going to get to the real point of this in a second. But if weight loss is your problem, if you spent 10 minutes on Google and learned how to calculate your calories and adjust them, which a lot of fitness professionals want to act like it's some magical formula and you got to pay $200 to do that, or you have to take a test to see where your metabolism is. That's a bunch of bullshit. You could Google for 5 minutes if you were pointed in the right direction, get on a calorie count that you're going to lose weight on, because at the end of the day, calories in, calories out for 99% of you. It's a really simple equation. You're just eating too much and you're not aware of how much you're eating. So the whole idea of I just don't eat very much and I still gain weight is is really a terrible argument 99.9999% of the time. So we play in this game as coaches. Weight loss. And some coaches charge $39, some coaches charge $99, some gyms charge $79, some gyms charge $200. And then some coaches charge in the thousands. But most of those coaches who get paid to get a result aren't solving a commoditized problem. Because I don't care who you are. If you need to just lose weight and that's your only goal, there's a whole lot of people that can help you. There's a lot of other people that think they can help you that actually do you more harm than good too. But because there's a whole lot of people out there that can help you, you probably don't need to spend that much on that problem, because it's a problem for sure, because if you go to the grocery store and you just look at America, it's a problem, but I'm telling you that that's a symptom. So the bad coaches, and here's the point of this whole show, because if you want to be a coach, you got to know this. If you're out there and you're like, I have a problem, I want John to solve it, or I want someone to solve it, or I'm looking for a coach, this is important. The coaches who don't really understand how to coach, they might have degrees, they might have certifications, they might know the science of nutrition, they might be educated as fuck. But you know what they lack? Intelligence. They lack on the skill of the art of coaching, I would call it. Maybe the things that aren't so blatantly obvious. Intelligence wasn't a good word. They could be smart as fuck. But in this realm, they're missing on the most important part. I built my business 9 years ago with this concept in mind. Most coaches want to treat the symptom, not the system. They want to give a band-aid for the problem. This guy needs to lose weight. I'm going to give him a meal plan. I'm going to teach him how to count calories. He's going to lose weight. Awesome. But yet 90% of people who's ever lost weight will gain it all back and start off worse than where they started from. And the reason is there's a whole bunch of fucking coaches who just want to treat the symptom. This is the same thing as going to get surgery. If you want to get your tummy tucked and lose 50 pounds, I'm going to go get surgery, tuck that tummy, do whatever the hell surgery it is. It's $5,000 or $10,000, whatever it is. That's what I'm going to do. Instead of just treating the system. Okay, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with meal plans. It's the same thing with teaching people how to count calories. Because the system is broken. The system's broken. Because if people lose weight and gain it back and lose weight and gain it back and lose weight and gain it back, the system's fucked. There's a chink in it. It's not working right. So as a coach, how do you treat the system? Well, the system is the mindset portion, right? But we got a whole bunch of coaches who want to talk about mindset, and they want to just tell you same thing, a couple strategies. What ends up happening, people can get hyped up on it a little bit. They're more positive. Stuff starts to go right. But again, the strategies and the tactics are just treating the symptom. To dial in and to get into, I should say, to cut in to a person's system, you have to speak to their belief. You have to change their beliefs. That's not easy for, it's a lot easier for a coach just to talk a bunch of bullshit about mindset. The real change from the great coaches that change the system once and for all is that they know how to dig in and cut through the limiting beliefs. That's the shit. There's different ways to do that. But it's said that 95% of our patterns, of our conscious way of thinking, of our subconscious, actually, the part that programs us, all of that was developed before the age of 6 or 7. So when you're a little baby, a little toddler, a little child, you're watching what your parents do, you're hearing what your parents do, and you're taking it all in unfiltered. So whatever they say is programming you. People that struggle with weight loss, it isn't a tactical problem. They can get on a meal plan and lose weight, and they do over and over and over again. But they gain it all back. It's not that they don't know how to do it. They probably know very, very well how to count calories, take MyFitnessPal down, eat less, move more. That's fucking easy. And that's why the first part of this podcast was talking about the coaches who charge $99 to fix that problem. They're charging $99 for a fucking Band-Aid, so people are actually wasting money because they're never ever going to get better. The great coaches understand how to dig into those limiting beliefs, change a person's behavior through their belief. And once it's changed forever. The great coaches I speak about changed my belief. They made me believe in possibility. They spoke to my will. You can't ask someone to walk. You have to ask them to will. Are you willing? Are you willing to believe in yourself? Are you willing to believe? Because if you're not, I can give you this meal plan and we can lose weight. But if you can't make this decision with finality, and if we can't go in there and truly change your mindset, and truly break limiting beliefs about nutrition or fitness or whatever it is holding you back. If you're a person and you feel like you are almost to the brink of breaking fucking through, you're good, your body's good, your business is good, but you just want to hit that next level because you want to fucking taste it. And a part of you feels like you're so close but you can't break through. Those are the chains. Those are the problems that great coaches solve. They're going to go into your belief system and they are going to shatter it until you believe in this whole new possibility. Your limitations are erased because you bring into awareness things that you never even considered, and you're changed forever. That's why in fitness, I don't even think I'm playing in the same game. I'm not being cocky or arrogant. There's a lot of good coaches who can do this. I would say there's not a lot, but compared to how many coaches are out there, there's a whole lot of coaches who are just going to give you a Band-Aid. Those are the coaches, the gyms, the training programs, the online coaches, the mindset coaches. Those are the people who are going to really fucking struggle. Because it's only a matter of time before they start seeing all their clientele never really truly changing. You can get all hypey about a 6-week program where a dude lost 20 pounds. But did the motherfucker keep it off, and did he keep going forward? Because that's what I'm interested in. People who want to get to that next level, who need to shatter their paradigm. The only way to do that as a coach is if you can get people to believe in you. I don't even know who this episode is for. If you're a coach and you're looking to get into the game, I think this is a good place to start. Because if you think it's about a calorie count and a fucking workout program, you're going to be out. I started 9 years ago with the sole foundation of two things: getting young athletes to buy into this belief system that any fucking thing is possible. And when they looked up and I spoke it, because I was a scrawny kid who never played high school football, who scored touchdowns in the NFL, they could believe it and they could feel it. Their paradigm was shattered. Most of those kids went on to play college ball. And the second thing is their environment, whether it's an online environment in the form of a movement, getting people around other people who are on the same mission, who are trying to 10x their lives, because you're a product of your environment. You're not going to change if you're trying to do it in your living room and you don't change the people around you in an online format or in an offline format. In the gym, creating an environment for those kids to see other kids who are actually doing it, blowing their paradigm to smithereens. Those are the things that move the needle. Those are the things that the Urban Meyers and the Nick Sabans do. They shatter kids' paradigm and their belief, and they build it up so big that the impossible becomes possible. That's the magic. That's what great coaches do. The other coaches are going to be racing to the bottom, selling $99 fucking programs to lose weight. Who gives a fuck? Doesn't matter if you're out there and you need to lose weight, you can do one of those things. And chances are, if that person didn't dig into your belief system, you're going to go right back to where you started. That's why I created the 5-day challenge. I wanted to set the framework because the framework's important. How do you go on this journey and make it stick forever and come out a changed person? One last thing before this episode ends. This could be a whole nother episode. I should have saved it for a whole nother episode. But we talk about changing your identity, because if you don't change your identity and your self-image, nothing is going to change. You better be a changed person next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. If people say, look at John, man, John's changed. He's doing a podcast. He doesn't hang out with us anymore. He thinks he's this or that. You're right. I've changed, because there's not a piece of me that's the same as I was 10 years ago, because I'm on the path to improve, and that's what you need to do. Got to let go of the identity and the limiting beliefs that are keeping you chained, and you have to break free if you're ever going to tap into your greatness.
Thank you so much for joining us for another amazing episode of The Show with John Madsen. The greatest compliment that you could give us is liking, loving, and sharing this episode with all of your friends. So please go to iTunes, leave us a 5-star rating and review, and then share it online with everyone that you know. Make sure to tag John as well. He loves to hear from listeners of the show. The links for all of his socials and iTunes are in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to engage John for anything related to his coaching, consulting, or programs, please visit johnmadsen.com for everything you'd need to know on how to engage with John offline. And lastly, thank you for your time, your attention, and your consideration. This is The Show.